Here we go. Fabrizio Romano has confirmed it. Barcelona are making moves again. From a £21 million swoop to free agent targets, Hansi Flick is not wasting time. But there's more. Could Barca actually sell Fermin Lopez? That would be a huge mistake. In this video we break down all the shocking developments from Camp Nou, including why keeping Fermin could be key to the club's future. Garcia had been linked with a move to Newcastle United this summer, but he will instead remain in Spain. The Espanyol goalkeeper emerged as a potential target for the Magpies in May, with Aston Villa also credited with an interest in the stopper. After helping Espanyol to stay in La Liga, it was heavily speculated that Garcia would leave the RCD stadium, with Spanish media reporting that a move to England was on the cards. Newcastle United were most strongly linked with his signature, but all the noise surrounding their interest came from Spain. Despite being fierce city rivals of Espanyol, Barcelona were also interested in Garcia and have swooped for his signature. Barcelona completed a domestic double last season and were Champions League semi-finalists. As Hansi Flick looks to build on a youthful and exciting squad, Garcia is the man they have picked to challenge for a starting spot in goal. Fabrizio Romano's Garcia update. Taking to X to provide an update on Garcia's situation, Romano christened the deal with his three-word "Here we go" catchphrase, revealing that his move to the Camp Nou is expected to go through in the coming days and weeks. Breaking: Garcia to Barcelona. Here we go. Documents are now in place with Spanish GK. Romano posted. Release clause to be paid in the next days, could happen next week, but all contracts are now ready. Garcia will sign a 5-year deal at Barca, all set. Barcelona will pay just north of £21 million, €25 million, to sign Garcia after triggering his release clause. Had Espanyol been relegated to the Segunda Division, it was reported that Garcia would have been even cheaper this summer, whilst a call-up to the Spanish national team, one that was not offered to the 24-year-old, would have seen that figure increase. Newcastle United's James Trafford pursuit. Whilst Garcia had briefly emerged as an option for the Magpies, their focus this summer remains on Burnley's James Trafford. Trafford enjoyed a brilliant campaign with the Clarets last season, and after coming very close to moving to St James Park last summer, it appears that 2025 may be the year he finally moves to the northeast. The Gazette has launched a new WhatsApp NFC channel to bring the latest news, analysis and team and injury updates directly to your phone. Simply click this link to join our NFC WhatsApp channel. Sky Sports reported on Tuesday that Newcastle are in talks with Burnley over a move for the 22-year-old, who is valued at £30 million by his club. Trafford has most recently been away with the England national team, but is still waiting to be handed his first senior cap. Speaking about a failed move 12 months ago, Trafford told Fozcast, "In the summer, 2024, I wanted to move because the club I was close to going to was a good fit for me at the time. It was brilliant for me, I really believed in it and I really wanted the move. Not because I didn't want to play in the championship, I had no shame or no ego to be like, I'm better than championship. You only prove you're better than something by performing and showing people. It was just when the opportunity and a situation you believe suits you can happen, you should take it and you should go for it. So I wanted to move and it was close, but it didn't end up happening." Hansi Flick wants Barcelona to take advantage of market opportunity with free agent signing. Barcelona head coach Hansi Flick's eagerness to reunite with Ivan Perisic has this week been reiterated. This comes amid confirmation on the part of Mundo Deportivo that the veteran attacker is firmly in the sights of the German tactician, considered a market opportunity too good to turn down. The name of winger Perisic has of course emerged as an altogether prominent one in Catalonia's capital over recent days. This comes after surprise claims were forthcoming in the media that the aforementioned Hansi Flick had set his sights on the Croatian signature for next season. Despite his advancing years, he is now 36, Perisic is fresh off a fine campaign in the Netherlands with PSV Eindhoven, culminating in 16 goals and 11 assists across all competitions. And such production has not gone at all unappreciated on the part of his former manager at Bayern Munich. As per a report from Mundo Deportivo. Last Saturday, the newspaper Bild reported that Flick was considering signing Perisic, and MD has been able to confirm this information from sources close to the German coach. Furthermore, sources close to the German coach confirmed that the player is keen to join Barca. It is added that Flick appreciates Perisic, who will become a free agent at the end of the month, for all of his tremendous professionalism, versatility, and born competitor attitude. Why Barcelona would be mad to sell Fermin Lopez. 2 transfer windows for the price of one this summer. which gives Barcelona's board either an extra incentive to get things right or another window where they can royally mess things up once again. It's clear that things still aren't back to normal, even if the financial situation is much healthier now than a few summers ago. Spending still has to be frugal, unfortunately, and all transfers, both incoming and outgoing, have to be considered on their merits. To that end, despite the noises coming out of the club and with the possible exception of Lamine Yamal, no player is safe from being one step away from a new club. In an ideal world, no consideration would be given to certain players leaving, but Barcelona are operating in the real world, not an imagined one. To that end, you can't really blame Chelsea for trying to engineer a move for Fermin Lopez, or Aston Villa for their reported interest. That the Blues were trying to dangle a tempting carrot in the form of Christopher Nkunku is laughable though. The striker endured an awful 2024-25 season at Stamford Bridge, scoring just 7 goals and providing 2 assists. For a player that arrived in West London from RB Leipzig and was highly rated, either Chelsea didn't do their due diligence or Nkunku is a dud. No other word for it. It's true that Enzo Maresca preferred Nico Jackson to lead the line for his team, but it was Nkunku who made that an easy decision for the manager because of his own lack of application and execution. So there you have it. Barcelona are ready to bring in quality, take market opportunities and make bold decisions. But letting go of a rising gem like Fermin Lopez? That would be insane. What do you think? Should Barca sell or keep him? And are these new signings worth the hype? Drop your opinion in the comments. Like this video if you love Barca, and subscribe for non-stop updates straight from Camp Nou. More breaking news is coming. Major shakeup at FC Barcelona. Deco is leading a brutal squad overhaul, and nobody's safe. 5 players are on the chopping block, including a surprising name favored by new boss Hansi Flick. And that's not all. One incoming star is set to earn 10 times more than his current salary, while the potential exit of Barca's captain could even cause a member of Flick's coaching team to walk out. This isn't just a rebuild, it's a revolution at the Camp Nou. Stick around as we break down all the inside details you won't hear anywhere else. Let's dive into the chaos at Barcelona. Welcome back to Barcelona News World. Barcelona are now shifting their focus towards player exits in the summer transfer window. In fact, according to a report from Sporting Director Deco has identified several players who are expected to leave the club in the coming weeks. With the signing of goalkeeper Joan Garcia from Espanyol already completed as the first move ahead of the 2025-26 season, Deco's attention has now turned to facilitating departures, specifically those of Ansu Fati, Pau Victor, Pablo Torre, Gerard Martin and Oriol Romeu. Ansu's exit appears to be a matter of time. He is not part of Flick's plans, and discussions with Monaco for a loan deal have been ongoing. The agreement is not yet finalized, but Monaco are expected to receive a purchase option of around €12 million, while Barca will retain a percentage of any future sale. What about the rest? Romeu, who returns from a loan spell at Girona, is also set to depart. The midfielder has no role in Flick's setup, and Deco is now working to find a suitable exit route. Meanwhile, Torre, who has found playing time hard to come by, is almost certain to leave. He still has 1 year left on his contract, and Barca will either sell him or terminate the deal. Meanwhile, Victor is also looking for more regular game time and is open to a move. Despite being tied to the club until June 2029, he and Barca both prefer a transfer this summer. Similarly, left-back Gerard Martin may be allowed to leave, though Flick still sees some potential in him. A couple of Premier League clubs have shown interest, and like Torre, a final decision will be made after the U21 Euros. Soon to be Barcelona new signing set to earn 10 times his current wages after move. Barcelona are all set to trigger Joan Garcia's release clause and incorporate him as the first summer signing for the club. After all, Hansi Flick has had his priority of signing a new goalkeeper clear. The player, needless to say, is making a bold move by signing for the arch-rivals of his current employers, Espanyol, that too by having his release clause triggered. While the move may appear to be a betrayal at first, he will take his career to new heights at Barcelona where he can be the #1 keeper for one of the best teams in the world, challenge for titles and earn significantly more. Set for a massive wage hike. As relayed by Sport in a recent update, Garcia was shockingly one of Espanyol's lowest paid players this season. His salary of €300,000 per year was the least of any player at the club. Considering that he was their single most important player and perhaps the sole reason why they were not relegated, it is shocking that he was on such low wages. From Espanyol's point of view, however, they never really anticipated him to rise so fast up the ladder, and his growth has been astronomical in a matter of months. Now set to join Barcelona, The shot-stopper will earn close to 10 times the wages he was on at Espanyol and will thus have a salary of close to €3 million per season. Moreover, he will be in the upper middle part of the team's pay scale range. Needless to say, that sum excludes the variables he can earn through performances. Considering that he will arrive as the starting goalkeeper, he will have minutes to prove his worth and take home a larger paycheck. Barcelona captain's potential exit could lead to the departure of Hansi Flick's staff member report. According to a report by AS, it has come to light that Barcelona's longtime goalkeeping coach, José Ramón de la Fuente, could be forced to leave the club if Marc-André ter Stegen departs this summer. The coach's future is directly linked to that of the German goalkeeper, and with the club now close to signing Joan Garcia from Espanyol, uncertainty surrounds both men. De la Fuente has been with Barcelona since 2012 and formed a close bond with ter Stegen after the German's arrival in 2014. Over the years, that relationship has only strengthened. In fact, last summer, ter Stegen insisted that the club extend De La Fuente's contract, even though incoming manager Hansi Flick had plans to bring in his own goalkeeping coach, Toni Tapalovic. The captain's influence was so strong that the club agreed to tie De La Fuente's contract to ter Stegen's, meaning both are under contract until 2028. Things, however, have shifted quickly. With Barcelona preparing to announce the arrival of Garcia, there is growing pressure on the club to make decisions regarding ter Stegen's role. The 33-year-old has made it clear that he does not intend to leave, but his age and €10 million annual salary are major concerns for the management. If ter Stegen refuses to accept reduced playing time or a pay cut, the situation could escalate. And should the club push him out, De La Fuente may also be shown the door, particularly as Flick already has a trusted coach in Tapalovic. As a result, the next few weeks will be key. If ter Stegen leaves, De La Fuente's position becomes almost impossible to defend. And even if the German stays but loses prominence, his longtime ally may still find himself edged out. For now, all eyes remain on the captain's next move. Barcelona's new era under Hansi Flick is off to a wild start. With Deco pulling the strings, big names could be out, bigger contracts are rolling in, and the future of the club is hanging in the balance. Will this be the bold reboot that returns Barca to glory? Or will these exits create more problems than solutions? One thing's for sure, Barcelona will never be the same again. Let us know in the comments who should stay and who should go. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss an update on the Barca drama.